COVID-19, the amount of training that needs to take place for faculty, staff, parents, teachers, it is comprehensive. Parent and community feedback. We have continued to listen and create a plan that suits the needs of our community. And then last week I had the opportunity to sit with the health department and local pediatricians really to dive into our plan along with union leadership, a conversation regarding this is the plan, where do we need to make modifications? We think we have a really strong plan for the return of school. What makes that plan stronger is the development, the education, and training to ensure its implementation keeps everyone safe. What we are pushing out and presenting to the board tomorrow is SDIRC Safe at School 2020. This is our opening of schools manual that will be available to you following this Facebook Live session. This is an opportunity for you as a community to review the procedures that we have created and provide feedback to us, provide feedback to the board. If you would like to provide feedback to the board, you'll have the opportunity. Once again, visit our website and there's information on how to submit that information to our board. In the creation of our opening of school plan, we're looking at multiple factors. Varied instructional models, which we've done a great job discussing, specialized prevention, health, and safety measures, the response to COVID-19, support for students and staff and student training, parent education, written guidance, helplines, communication, and engagement. So I wanted to quickly review some of the big shifts within this document that help inform our community. We are now looking at each of the three different models. This is a nice visual of what is available within each of these particular models. It ensures that you are provided meaningful instruction by SDIRC teacher. Unlike other options, we don't want to outsource teaching and learning in the school district of Indian River County. We want to ensure you have quality instruction provided by one of our staff. All three of these options provide you that opportunity. So in the coming slides, you see additional information regarding each of the models. Just mentioned here, you look at the bottom two, classes taught by SDIRC teachers, devices loaned for at home. That's all three models. You will remember early last year, or at the close of last school year, we distributed over 6,000 laptops. The only laptops that we have collected were those who graduated or those who were leaving the district. We continue to make sure students will have those laptops. So if you don't have one of those laptops, regardless of the option in which you are selecting, we want to make sure you have that opportunity. You'll see in some coming slides, opportunities for you to swap out a device or get another device or a new device if you need one for the opening of schools. Oh, going too far, backwards. All right, looking here, these are some key things that I want to discuss over that shifts in the last week. One, the delayed start of school, rigorous training. If we have an opportunity where we have to isolate, whether it be an adult or a children, we need to ensure there's no break in instruction. That's something that needs to be planned for. That takes time. We cannot rush an opening of schools. We cannot use children as an experiment. Their instruction is too valuable. It is too important. We need to get this right on day one. We need to provide quality time to our instructors, really to create an experience. So when your child comes home on day one or logs off the computer on day one, they will say, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Aunt, Uncle, whoever it may be, today here's what I learned. I felt safe, I felt secure, and the experience provided to me was quality. I felt accepted, I felt warm, I felt welcomed, and that teacher on the other end of the classroom or online provided me with quality experience. It's going to be a great year. That's what we want to hear from our students at the end of the first day. Also, the required face masks. Been a lot of conversation around face masks, and we have problem solved with pediatricians. We've problem solved with our health department. We will require face masks when social distancing is not possible, as well as within the exchange of classes. As you move on campus, on the buses, and when social distancing is not feasible, that is when the face mask should be worn. We'll take it a step further. We're going to identify what desks in what classrooms meet social distancing so students fully understand when it is and is not acceptable to have a mask on. The mask is a priority in continuing to move through this reality, and we will support one another as we move through the wearing of masks through a great deal of training. Also, social distancing measures, modification to campus movement and scheduling. We'll talk a little bit about that. Sanitize protocols, student and parent education. We continue to work with the health department in the creation of the confirmed case responses. A confirmed case comes from the health department. We will work with them. Up to 14 days would be the isolation period. The time would vary based on the wearing of the mask, the amount of interaction, or had the proximity in which you were with the individual who was identified as being positive. This is a system that we have a designated individual from the health department working with us. We continue to ensure that we're going to implement this process, this relationship, in a seamless, efficient, and effective manner to get information to those who possibly may have been impacted or in contact with someone who had tested positive, to get them quarantined. And in the midst of that quarantine, with this additional time, we'll ensure quality instruction continues to take place. Want to continue to reinforce the support that we're providing for our students and staff. The social emotional impact of returning to this environment is going to be stressful. And it's going to be stressful for everyone involved. It is stressful for me. I can guarantee you that. So we will continue to provide a quality program and being intentional at looking at the social emotional needs. One of the neat things that we'll be pushing out during our opening of schools for the first 2 weeks is a Unity Week. Intentional exercise and activities to ensure that we're creating cultures in our school in which all students feel accepted, embraced, understood, and heard, and loved. We're going to be intentional to continue the conversation of creating realities in our schools where all students are welcome, loved, and accepted. The amount of training, as I've mentioned a number of times in this presentation, is essential. And you look at the training topics that are on the screen now: cleaning protocols, wearing masks, social distancing procedures, effective hand washing, cough etiquette, school transitions. Those are all things that are new walking into this new reality. So we will provide that training for our staff and ensuring that we have fully understand and embrace those systems and procedures. In looking at parent education, over the course of the next several weeks, we'll have the opportunity not to rush it, but to get it right. And these are some courses that we will provide. Supporting distance learning. We'll provide quality instruction and support as you transition to option 2 or option 3. Strategies for effective at-home learning. Conducted COVID-19 symptom screenings for you and your child family members, wearing masks effectively, hand washing, coughing etiquette. Once again, really just not doing things in the school, but doing things together collectively as a community, each of us supporting one another as we move through this difficult and trying time. Want to continue to communicate and send an outreach to our community. This information is on our webpage. It is an opportunity for you to connect to us regardless of the question or program that you may have. These are numbers that you can call. We're very excited. Today we welcome back our 11-month employees, which includes our assistant principals, our school counselors. They are feverishly at work, working on scheduling students, putting them in the right choice, the right option, in order to ensure we get that information to you. In the school district of Indian River County, you will always have the opportunity to stay informed and connected. That is a commitment that I make to you as we work to restore and create relationships in this system based on transparency. And we continue to ensure that we're pushing out our information in a timely manner, which means we grow this plan together. And I don't want anyone in this community wondering what happens in this model, or I have a question about that. Don't allow your question to fester. Reach out to us. Allow us to problem solve with you in order to ensure you get the information that you need and you deserve. Now, the most important slides are the ones now to come. What next? You see here today we're going to post this information, our opening of schools manual, for you to review, for you to provide feedback to myself and our school board, who also has a desire to get this right. We will begin distribution of laptops this week. Information will be coming out. It isn't just this week that we're doing it, but we will begin to push out information if it is an exchange of a laptop or a new laptop needed for each of the devices. July 21st, families will have the opportunity to continue to update the model that you have selected, the option you have selected. We know we're presenting new information to you today. If any of this information changes your mind, or the reality of COVID in our community changes your mind, we want you to complete that survey. Once again, the driving factor is the latest time in which you filled out that survey. So if you filled it out once and your mind has changed, that's fine. Fill out the survey again, and the old option will be replaced with the new selection. So we will extend that opportunity based on the information that we're sharing today. Week of August 3rd, all employees return to work, and that is the opportunity for us to dig in, to train. We'll begin to notify students of their assignments and schedules. So I think that's an important note. Right now, you'll make your selections over the course of today and tomorrow. Our school teams will begin the work of creating schedules to meet the need of the new request. That week of August 3rd is when you're going to receive information from your school counselor or administration regarding assignments and development that will be taking place over the course of the next several weeks. Principals aren't in this alone. We are here to support them. During the week of August 3rd, the district offices will be conducting school site reviews, looking at the implementation of the plans that schools have created to ensure that social distancing, the procedures that are being done, the one-way hallways, the sanitation stations, the procedures for social distancing at lunch will yield the desired result of keeping everyone safe, masked when social distancing is not a requirement. During the week of August 10th, this is the opportunity to have face-to-face meetings at schools, opportunities for parents to come to schools with their children, go through and see the social distancing practices, meet the teachers, begin to break down some of that anxiety. We'll also be pushing out the safety courses for parents to begin to work with their students to ease the transition. So that 2-week window isn't just opportunities for the teachers to plan. It's opportunities to begin to bring our students back into campus in very, very small doses, to break down some of that anxiety they may be feeling, providing them an opportunity to come in, meet the teacher with the mother or the father, the caregiver, understand the new systems and structures, as well as attend orientations, whether it be virtually with the principal or face-to-face with the teacher. So very intentional over the course of those 2 weeks of really beginning to break the school door barrier and getting our children back in and familiar with their new teacher and the new environments in which we are creating. And then August 24th, we will open our doors and we will begin instruction in all 3 models. That is my presentation. These decisions are not decisions that are taken lightly. They are reflected upon, they are conversations. We reflect and pray in a very deep and meaningful way in order to ensure that we're providing meaningful instruction to our students. This is an awful time in the history of the state of Florida, ultimately across the nation. And in the balance should not be teaching and learning, and should not be the education of children. I feel very solid that the school district of Indian River County has created options that can be implemented with full fidelity on August 24th. A plan that gives everyone a level of comfort, regardless of the option in which you have trained. This decision to delay schools is not kicking the can down the road. It's not procrastinating. It's being in honor of your children, ensuring that our faculty, our staff, our teachers who cannot wait to greet your children, but want to do so in an environment that is safe and ensures they have a full understanding of the systems and procedures that we have created for them to keep them safe, to ensure they can provide your children quality education. We will continue to problem solve. We're continued to having the conversation in a way that ensures that the school district of Indian River County opens up in meaningful ways to provide quality instruction regardless of the decision that you make to meet the education of your son or daughter. Thank you for your time. Truly appreciate it. Thank you.